Hey Coach, this is Coach Van with Next Play Hoops, and back again with our next video book preview. This time we are going over the baseline and sideline out of bounds playbook and how to dominate special situations. I'll first start off just to let everybody know, if you're looking for just baseline out of bounds, or if you're looking for just sideline out of bounds, we have both playbooks separated individually. So if you're looking for those both go for $19.99 a piece, and you can just get the baseline and you can just get the sideline. But this one has both baseline and sideline, and you save $10 as it's $29. So instead of getting both of them for $40, you can get them both in this version for $29.99. But you also get, and I'll show you here really quick in our table of contents, not only do you get the blob plays, the baseline out of bounds plays, and the sideline out of bounds plays, but we also give you the press breakers as well. So that's something to keep in mind now. In this book, there's over 170 pages. You get over 135 different baseline and sideline out of bounds plays. And we also give you 15 different press breakers for those end of the game situations, or if you're struggling to beat the press. And we also, as just kind of a extra bonus, because we didn't know where to kind of put it in, we also give you 2 sideline fast breaks that we like to use off of free throw opportunities, whether we're shooting a free throw or our opponents are shooting a free throw. So you'll see here, I'm going to take a look at chapter 1 with our baseline out of bounds plays. You can see that we give you a ton of plays out of the 14 flat alignment. We give you a few out of 3 low, we give you a few out of 3 stack, and then we give you quite a few out of the box alignment as well. Those are kind of our money ones. And then we give you a triangle set. Ideally, when you're picking out the plays, you want to fit them to your personnel, but you could pick out, let's say, maybe 4 or 5 different blob 14 flat, or 5 different box blob plays as well. That way the alignments look the same, but they don't know what's coming. I would also suggest picking out a couple different baseline out of bounds plays that will work against both a man and a zone. So we do have a few of those plays mixed in as well. So something for you to keep an eye out on. But let's go ahead and take a look at what some of the diagrams look like. I'm just going to give you, here's a blob 14 flat basic. You can see we're in a 14 14 flat setup here. That's what that looks like. Let me blow this up a little bit so everybody can see. This just is one example. 5 pops up, we hit 1, and then 1, the inbounder comes in and sets a screen for 3. We might look for that. If we don't have it, then we're immediately going to go into a ball screen a dribble handoff with number 1, and then 5 is going to go set a down screen for 3 and then slip. So we could have 1 looking for the shot or attacking. We got 4 and 2 for shooters over here on the weak side of the floor. But we also have a throwback pass opportunity to number 3, and we potentially might have 5 slipping. Now, I want to cover just briefly, like in all of our books, whether it's the drill books or the offensive playbooks, every single one of our frames is color coded, very easy to understand and recognize the defense from the offense, as well as a pass or a dribble handoff. We have full descriptions in every single frame to walk the coaches through exactly what they're getting. All these plays are printable and can be taken to your practice. They work on an iPhone or an iPad, laptop or desktop, so you can take them to your practices or a game for easy reference. Send them to your coaches for easy, or your assistant coaches, so they understand what's going on. Let's just kind of scroll through here, and I'll show you. These are all baseline out of bounds plays. Here you'll see an example of our box Husky Vegas play. And you can see here, this is against a 2-3 zone. So our Huskies are kind of our elevator screen. We're looking for that for a wide open shot. 4 and 5 are setting the pick on X4 and X2, but once X4 and X2 are obviously going to fight around, and then we're just going to go find the next people. And then we're going to go screen X5 and X1. Inbounder's going to come in, boom, pass right back, wide open shot. If we don't have that, this would be option 3. So we got option A, we got option B, and then we flow into option C. So again, we constantly want to be putting pressure on the defense, but this is out of a box setup, and it gives you a couple different options so you can see the different zone and whatnot. So We give you a little bit of everything here. And again, these are some of the best baseline and sideline out of bounds plays that I've seen over 30 years of collecting plays and whatnot too. So it's pretty much the only playbook you'll need when it comes to special situations. And special situations, I want to say this before I get into this next section here. I look at it like special teams in football. And I've heard a couple coaches use this same analogy and example, but if we can win the special situation games, and maybe we outscore our opponents by 4 or 6 points in baseline and sideline out of bounds plays, that could be the difference in winning or losing a game. So we want to win that. We want to win the special situations. We don't want to give up any points, and we want to outscore our opponents in those special situations. And we constantly want to be attacking the defense and don't let them get comfortable. We do not just want to pass the ball in bounds. We want all of our plays to be able to flow seamlessly into whatever it is, and we want to be attacking the defense. So now I'm going to look at the table of contents in our sideline out of bounds plays. Again, you'll see here we have slob. We have a box series. We got tons of box plays. We got T, which is our screen to screener. 1 is our goes straight into our Euro ball screen stuff. And you'll see some of our terminology and whatnot. We have some special plays for late in the game. We got, you'll see the COBs, which are the corner out of bounds. So those special situations. We even have a couple of sideline out of bounds from 3/4 court. So deep corner, you'll see these here in the corner out of bounds. We got the deep corner ones too. I'll show you a couple of those as we dive further into the book, but we want to be prepared for any situation that we might come across. And I will say this too, and here, I'll give you a quick look here. Here's corner Indiana. Indiana's our flex. So we kind of start in a horn setup here, but you can see the entry pass. See where number 2 is here, inbounding the ball from way deep in the corner. And then we just flash, one cuts off on a back screen, we swing the ball, and then we're straight into our Indiana, which is our flex offense. So, but it's, if you don't have this play in your playbook, what are you going to do if you're inbounding the ball deep in the corner? Now, we do have a book that's a special situations cards book where we give you, it's only $7.99, and it gives you 100 different special situations to practice in your, let's say there's 2.5 seconds left in the game, and we're down 1 and we're taking the ball underneath the hoop in a baseline out of bounds. What play are you going to call? You might want to take a look at that special situations card book. Because in your practice, you want to make sure that you're definitely practicing all of these plays, and you're practicing them from different angles, from this side of the floor, from that side of the floor. I mean, there's about 6 different spots on the floor that you want to be practicing your inbounds. And if you count the corner out of bounds, there's even a few more. So you want to make sure that your team is prepared for anything they might come across. So you definitely want to be practicing that. So lastly, in chapter 3, we go over the press breakers. And the press breakers, we give you numerous different press breakers, whether they're in a man, a diamond press, a 2-2-1, or a 1-2-2, or what have you. My favorite press break is called breaker. That's you'll see that here. And with our breaker offense, that's a continuity press break that actually beats every press. It beats the diamond, it beats the 2-2-1, it beats the 1-2-2, and it beats a man too. So that's our go-to. But late in games, we have options that we like to go to that, if it's a team that's been pressing us all game, we want to kind of give them a different look. Or if they've scouted us and they want to know how to defend it, then we want to have something that we can throw a couple different wrinkles their way. So, and lastly, we give you our push, which is when opponents are shooting their free throws, and then we give you our speed sideline breaks. That's the way that we can attack out of made or missed free throws by our opponents to kind of catch them off guard again. So again, that's kind of just a special little bonus section we threw in. So 170 different pages of plays. Again, 135 different plays, blobs and slobs, 15 press breakers, and a couple sideline fast breaks. You'll never need another book when it comes to baseline, sideline, out of bounds. It covers zone offense and zone inbounds plays and man-to-man inbounds plays. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at coachvan@nextplayhoops. But we will see you at the next video. Thanks, Coach.